feel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpent, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. to you. I gotta get to
still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome on back to the NECC. I am Ravish, joined here by the Brother Vincent as we're getting into the finals today of the 4 trials. I am very, very excited to be here, and I hope you are as well. Let's go right into it, shall we, Vincent?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. Nationals, it's all gonna be a lot of fun as we jump into this. We get a chance to peek towards one of these opening matchups, so a whole lot going down here in Division 2.
Exactly. And for those of you who say I look like The Rock, no, I don't. This is a sweater. It is not a turtleneck. It just kind of rides up a little bit high. My neck is here. It's fine. So, but you're right though. Should be a lot of fun to get into this game. We're gonna have a fantastic BO5 between two very, very fun teams. All right. So I want to just go ahead and talk about them a little bit.
Hold on,
break them down.
Wait.
What?
We do have a BO3, not a BO5. I'm pretty sure. Almost certain.
You know what? I thought today was like, this is it.
I actually thought you're not crazy because I thought the same thing, and then I saw the veto and I was like, oh, okay, we're chill. I had mentally prepared to have a best of 5 today.
I was as well. I was so locked in. So I'm really excited for this BO3 that's here in front of us. We should head right into it in just a little bit, though. But let's talk about these teams that are playing in this best of 3 today. Shall we, Vincent? Who do you have today on the docket?
Yeah, we got Winthrop Academy Garnett up against the Drexel Dragons, Division 2. And dude, I'm very excited to see this. It's actually been a minute since I've got to broadcast the Dragons in any esport, actually. So I'm a big fan. As maybe you don't know, me and Drexel have a long time history. Not as an attendee, not as a student, but back from the first time covering the collegiate space. But at Winthrop Academy team that has been dominating. They were the first place finisher in our East playoffs, and Drexel wasn't quite as perfect, but they came out second place in the West Central playoffs. Did very well for themselves, but it is going to be an uphill battle tonight, considering they come in 8th seed, and it's Winthrop Academy, the number 1 seed.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a little bit before they can actually look to really hop in. Though I also have some history with Winthrop myself. You know, being a League of Legends caster, but right before this, I've seen Winthrop quite a fair bit, and also Bo from Winthrop, I believe. I'm not sure if he's still there. Owes me a baseball jersey or a jersey from Winthrop, as for many years. Bo, if you hear this, where's it at, man? I'm waiting. I want to rock it.
You better go get him. Let him know.
I want to be openly biased on stream, please. But let's be honest about these maps here, though. And talk about what's in front of us, as we've got a pretty standard pick, man. Bro, this isn't crazy. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's interesting for Winthrop to go towards Lotus. We had seen that they were willing to play that, but they've only gotten the chance to try it once. That was in the finals. That was the only map that they lost in the finals to Paste Gold. Like I mentioned, that was in the East playoffs of Division 2. So a willingness to go in that direction. Same thing for Drexel, where they were able to play it once. So I'm interested to see how Lotus is going to go, but Bind has been the consistent go-to for Drexel throughout both the regular season and into the playoffs. They were able to win the majority of their games here. Granted, I do think it's a little bit of a risk because Winthrop has seemed to only get better and better as time goes on. Nearly undefeated on that map in playoffs, and they played it 8 times over that in the regular season. I think very impressive. What's a little bit sad though here for the Drexel side, the whole map pool changing around kind of really ruins them. They had a good Abyss, and that was something that I think they could have taken advantage of. Winthrop didn't really play Abyss. Potentially could have been an opportunity, but no. Not the case here. So we're going to get to see Haven as a decider. Feels like a very good middle ground. It's a quality map on both sides of the equation. And I am very excited to see if we get there for Winthrop, because they're actually undefeated the entire semester. 7-0. They have not been touched on that map. So very interesting to see if we get to that Haven, if maybe Drexel can serve them up a loss there.
Yeah, we'll see if the dominance of Winthrop or the tenacity of Drexel ends up shining through here, though. Which, as we're talking about Drexel so often, though, I do want to take a couple seconds, if we can, to talk about some uncommon traits of Drexel, because of course the foot trials are brought to you by the Army National Guard. Of course, the foot trials presented by the Army National Guard. Find your calling at nationalguard.com. Let's talk about some uncommon traits from there. And for Drexel, as we have Redemption, the Underdogs, and the Logo Goats. Now, Vincent, I want you to speak on the first one. We already kind of spoke on the second, and I'll take the third. How's that sound to you, man?
That works for me, because this is a team that, like I said, second place in the playoffs here for the spring semester. So now at Nationals, they're looking to redeem themselves. They're looking to go deeper, but it is a difficult start considering they come in against the number 1 seed off the rip. It is a difficult situation.
Yeah, it is indeed. And, you know, we already spoke about the redemption part. They are the clear underdogs within this, as in terms of seeding, and they have, pound for pound, the best logo of any other teams I've seen in the NECC. That's a sick dragon. I love it.
What the Dragons can do here on the defensive.
Boom.
That's a nice shot, though, from Hollywood from the Headhunter. And I was going to say, Thunder looking to go claim a little bit of space back. Does do that brilliantly, but the reaction is for Chase to walk out towards C.
Yeah, manages with a nice clean headshot from the Bandit. Somehow that hits for him, but not for me. As we'll see, Som. This is a kitten. Let's call him Som. We'll manage to also get one from himself, though. Zepti come out and clean up. Clean side take from Winthrop. Although they get themselves onto C, but Drexel surround them through every corner, leaving just Echo in a 1v3. As a dog and a C's, he can delay for a couple seconds, but he is found, and a double peek will do him under.
Yeah, Thunder getting a whole ton of value over the course of this round. High risk, but high reward move that he makes, going back to re-clear towards B main. Like, that is very risky moving in that direction there, especially alone, but going back, re-clearing, getting that kill onto the player there who had claimed the opening duel allows for Drexel to more safely rotate back over. Thunder even follows that up by catching Jace, who wasn't really looking in the right direction. So the spike goes down, but Winthrop not able to convert off the back of it. We will be seeing them go deep here for the investment. Not a big surprise.
An interesting force, I might add, but I think Winthrop, you know, we talked about how confident they've been and not being able to drop a series, and they definitely don't want to drop a bonus here either, but that's such a massive haunt. Spotting 3 there off the rip nearby C. So forcing them to back off completely, although the shock bolts won't necessarily land. It looks like get the space back. Jace is around the corner, waiting for any unnecessary conversions and space being taken back from Winthrop. The fake may have worked out though, but still waiting around the corners. No other movements being made.
His paranoia is about to be massive though.
Yeah. And just take one though, but Jason around the corner. It's trades galore. Ooh, Eddie with the Bandits. Dude, disgusting shots from him. Just decimates the team with that pistol. Leaving one more Stinger game and take the ace, so brother, you deserve it.
Big mistake.
Yeah, he does. What an insane swing that was. The Bandit doing work that I didn't know it was capable of from that position on Mound. Absolutely legendary stuff from Addy Munster. And to be honest with you, I was hyping up Greg's paranoia, but it's correctly placed. But they just have so many bodies there, and Addy Munster does a fantastic job of playing a little bit more difficult to get. Doesn't take the first contact, has the player close. That was Thunder out there, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, Force gone, and Winthrop just going to be very limited for round 3. Really nicely handled for Drexel.
Yeah, they've effectively ruined their economy for the next 2 rounds, essentially. Which is, no, it's okay. It's a choice they made, but now with this, Drexel has the opportunity to snowball even further. And considering how aggressive and heavy-handed they've been playing, I wouldn't necessarily doubt it either. Addy taking an aggressive peek out into 3 people. Bit of an overheat, but gets punished, rightfully so. From there, A site being the target, the Thorns will slow them down. It's a full rotation from Drexel.
Yeah, but Drexel, without any further information, they almost can't fully commit to this A side of the map. Sure, they believe that that's where the hit is going to be coming, but they're still on the outside looking in. They don't have site control in its entirety.
Bring them
So
down.
spike plant seems almost inevitable. There is certainly going to be
30 seconds
possibilities here. I say that. Might be a
Yeah.
reroute.
Vise will also pop to cut out a section. It's a good find by Jace. One they desperately needed, but caught. Unfortunately, switching guns make the planet that much harder. Peek out, and good from Som to find a second, but it's not going to be enough. To Winthrop still maintaining the man advantage. Leaving Safety, just hold his own. They want to push against him. Let's see. Stay quiet. Pushing 3 into the corner. And it was almost a safe conversion by Winthrop, but the gun diff and just really well plays utility from Drexel.
I mean, also just got to highlight Thunder. Don't want to be too passive there. You need to take advantage of that weaponry diff that you're talking about and be confident in those fights. And I think Thunder does a really good job of doing so. More than that, though, I think that Winthrop showing that they're a threat, no matter what the actual economy situation looks like, they were ecoing there. And, you know, Jace got into one of these very frustrating deep positions on the zip there towards heaven, and there's just problems brewing for Drexel. They play that a little bit too passively for my taste. Nonetheless, they get away with it. Winthrop, though, on the Vandals and the Phantom.
Finally a proper buy, one they can actively fight with. And a possible start to being able to see a round back for Winthrop.
Cool.
That's a good way to start. Both holding those tight angles, but all a bit quicker on the flick. We saw how nice he was in the pistol round. See if you can get any
actually
more.
A throwback, similar position, too, to the opening duel, though, over
Yeah.
there at B. It's Hollywood to do it again, but this time on the rifle. Jace is getting a lot of deep positioning and has got backup as well. Prowler sent in first and foremost, and Jace is just going to keep on rocking and rolling through that. Great defensive Prowler, though. Will allow at least some time to back up. But the spike will go down.
It's a good side tick by the end. We're leaving Case on the outside to watch for any of the flanks that come around. They could actually just see one advice taken. Chrome shut down. Even a 3v4, but we've seen Drexel come back from this. And I was gonna say going up close and personal might not be the play, but up out couldn't necessarily find one. And Hollywood cleans up by the end of it. Winthrop finally find it first.
Yeah, I don't love the decision to take out the op there. Felt maybe a little bit rushed, granted. Wanted to try and be able to support teammates correctly. Just a flash forward, quick maneuver back into the B site. Hope that you can catch Winthrop off guard, but clearly that's not what happened.
Gotta go.
Speaking of, that operator recovered, and Winthrop now hold it. Hollywood trying to work that magic towards C. The first time we're seeing such an aggressive take here at Tree.
I mean, Addy's been one to just pop in, and again he finds the timing on Greg. Unlucky. He's caught in the middle of the reload. So that Winthrop again, unfortunately starting off on the back foot. And Bach can do it again, though. No real cover. Will force him to back away. Oh! Ouch. Never mind. I'm wrong. Chrome to cover the corner. Double pick should be able to do is a rush at them. Still won by the end. It's a 3v3. The timing is so unlucky. Up, gone. Hollywood can't find it. Spike just barely going down, but the rest of Drexel are all rushing in. Daddy to find this. The third in a 1v2. Case so all by himself up top, tries to bait. Zefty cleans up.
It's good work out of Drexel. I think doing a really nice job of just flying back in. That's kind of what they tried to do on B last round. That didn't work so well, but making it difficult for Winthrop to isolate duels and fight as a unit. Can dice it up and trade efficiently, but also just want to mention, I think Hollywood needs to just find somewhere to post there. Don't know what he's looking at or what space he's trying to gather, but needs to be able to set something up. And sure, unlucky timing, but Addy Monster does catch it. Now, looking at Winthrop, they've got ults for days. 5 selected, and of course, gonna see the Tour de Force as well.
Let's play.
First attempt gonna fly by, nobody seen.
Yeah. Just a quick peek over those. Take a bunch of shallow control around A, just meandering to see where they're looking to commit. As right now, Winthrop just taking a very passive position on where the Retro Drexel have shown to be very aggressive previously. Wall bait out. Chrome was almost caught out here previously, but faced quite a couple of numbers last round. From here though, holding strong. Winthrop, I gotta figure out where to go.
I like that they're putting pressure on C there, baiting out the shear, making it clear that there is a threat in that direction. Same thing being applied to the B site now as well. Prowler goes out after another baited shot. Hollywood getting so deep at this point. From the shadows again, just baiting. This has kept 2 players at C. Ridiculously deep is Hollywood into the back lines essentially of Drexel.
While the rest of the team just goes ahead and takes B as well. Nightfall manages to find 2 there. Pit also committed to ensure the safe planting. As they just barely get that down, they will get any tags from a haunt themselves. We'll see that Hollywood deep in enemy position finds one cleanly. Addy finally falls. He was stalking her the entire time.
And that's no rotation over from A-Link either.
Yeah. The entire time, Grecto holding that open corner. Not expecting someone to be that close. One more to pop out. Boo, surprise. And a flawless will go in the way of Winthrop.
Listen, I think the expectation for a round with that level of investment, they used 4 ultimates there, Ravish, so you could expect that they should be winning that pretty dominantly. Flawless, that's an extra added bonus, but
for sure.
The biggest factor, to be honest with you, is Hollywood getting so darn deep into A.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, entirely maintaining control of that area of the map for the entirety of the round is ridiculous, and something that Drexel probably need to realize went down and take steps to deal with in the future.
I mean, you're talking about ults right now. Drexel has almost every single one of theirs coming up within just a singular point. So, ult rotation is going to be crucial for them to maintain the rounding that they've built up as of right now, but a save is what they have in front of themselves. They could convert it if they find a pick or 2. As right now, not showing any signs. That same aggression we saw in the previous couple of rounds, though, turning to passivity and holding on site.
Just a little orb farming there at the start for the Winthrop side, trying to make up for some of the lost ultimates that we were talking about last round. This being a Drexel eco as well is something to keep in mind, so it'll be perfect considering you were just discussing that. This stack towards A, they have gotten 3 players over here. Unfortunately, not going to matter.
I mean, shot bolts are good enough, though. The stuns maintain. Hollywood takes 3 by the end. A good shot from Maddie, but won't be necessarily trade or converted. 1 will be all they'll get. And Drexel, take it away. Was a save, though.
I'm a big fan of that execute though from Winthrop, and I know that there's not any like defensive utility really for Drexel to play with, so it's sort of playing on easy mode. I'll give him that. But despite the stack, Drexel got 4 players there by the time the hit actually goes down, and it still doesn't matter. Impressive, no matter the circumstance. Looking like another aggressive A take. Is root control going to be the goal?
Same stance as previous, but Addy again getting active. Walks into the paranoia, but hiding behind that pillar, doing just enough with Samden in the corner. Take a 1-for-1, but Addy being taken away is unfortunate, losing that entry once more. Snapsy taking that aggressive position, but the baby door open, realizing Gonna have to cover it. The bites. Enough to allow them safe passage, but they still have to get on site.
Yeah, that 1-for-1 feels like a reasonable trade, but with the overdrive invested, it's really not ideal for the offense.
We're talking about alt rotations there, so that already be taken out as an option. Nightfall honestly committed just yet. They do have a couple, but one by one, every single one of Drexel falls, leaving just 2. And if I'm Drexel, I still want to fight into this though. I thought there might have been a save for them, but instead they're gonna take out as many as they can, and they're gonna go out swinging. Zephy's not gonna see this. Yeah, he has no idea. He's gonna get knifed.
He's getting knifed.
Yeah.
See you later, dude.
Bye bye.
I'm sorry, but I
Yeah, that's a tough scenario for Zefty. Honestly, like, I feel bad because it is his fault, but it's not his fault.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Like who holds that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't check it, but who's checking that?
Yeah, who's checking? Who's holding rubble in the open like that on that? And yeah, it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
His
know.
fault,
It's
but
fine.
not really.
that works.
All good.
All good indeed, but it's probably not the way that Drexel are feeling right now. They had a 4-round lead, and now it's tied. But they got all 4 of these ultimates. The problem is their investment is quite light. It is a Bucky, a couple of Stingers from what I saw. Not ideal, to say the least.
Yeah, it's a very fashionable save, but you know, one that they might be able to get some value out of.
Look at the B push. It's gonna get caught here, though, I believe.
No, yeah. So I'll get to it from the shock bolt, though. Thunder still managed to take one, but with both the players being taken out on site, I'm in trouble for the rest of them. Shots traded between the 2 Neons, and Jace thinks better of continuing with that fight.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take that duel, doesn't need to continue to invest, but giving that up does allow them to close distance and improve the opportunities. Like that, Addy Monster closing distance with the Bucky, a huge frag.
He has a gun in his hands too, so he could potentially just take them if anybody actually peeks him. This is good from them as well, but Case, ooh, hot on his tail. Thunder again, getting the second.
Okay, quick break.
But it's just not enough to do some damage, and boy, did it get close.
Yeah, it's too bad that those left really didn't have. Like, you could have popped the overdrive. That might have been a win condition, but everybody else who was left, like Thunder and Zefty, those aren't ultimates that are going to matter in that scenario, and you don't want to throw anything else away. So you can understand why they couldn't maybe turn that round, even how close it got. It's now Winthrop in the lead, and in
That's a good spot.
just these couple of rounds, they've at least been able to build up a couple of ults to play around with, because they're going to need it. Drexel, this is their round.
And it has to be on them here and now, though. Oh, Shockbolt's early traded. Som finally finding the first. He's been caught a couple times here, so holding his own will mean the A side's not giving up so easily this time. The natural pivot towards B calls. They open up door, they see Addy, but there's 2 there. Addy caught again and make it 4. And Hollywood up so deep. This man's been in so many angles, getting pick after pick.
This is painful, and even though they've got the Garden, they got the Nightfall,
Spike planted.
it's reasonable to go back in here, but it's going to be difficult, no doubt. I don't think that they can afford, if they're not given a kill relatively soon, to make this commitment.
Oh, it makes it tough. Nice pick. Hollywood, man, just been so clean with these shots. Accurate. And another triple for him. Already has his 2 of the 4 sub once again. And Winthrop keep building up round by round. Up in this game by 2.
And that all built on the fact, like, Winthrop opened that round with an aggressive from the shadows. They attempted to make a play in order to try and disrupt Drexel. It doesn't work. They get dominated. There was an almost instant 4v5, and still Winthrop were able to shoot their way out of that. With Drexel having 5 ultimates, they didn't get a chance to use it. I needed them to proactively have a game plan. The issue is their ults are all... I mean, you could pop the Viper's Pit. That's the only one that's by default sort of defensive. But everything else, it really requires the timing to be right. You can maybe more aggressive Nightfall, but it's difficult, and I think that Drexel really struggling to find a time to utilize these efficiently.
A close call between the two of them. Finally, a pivot towards C. And those double smokes making it that much harder for them to be able to find any free entries. Here the rest peeking around. Echo caught the gun barrel of Zefty, so they'll still choose instead to go ahead and commit towards B. An
This is the
interesting
right play
pivot.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, they've actually read this perfectly. I'm not really sure how they know, but they do. Out onto B, A-Link is covered. Massive positioning advantage, though unfortunately it's not going to matter with Addy
30
Monster
seconds
getting that
left.
kill.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Fantastic start. Want to see more of that tooth case. Well, she ran out of the bullets. The shorty can't do a ton for that distance.
Last
And back and
round
forth
before
we
the
go.
switch.
I don't think we're in for an even half here, brother.
Yeah, it's looking pretty much like that, especially with the fact that Drexel, they've been sitting on these bank of ults for 4 rounds now. I think
Yeah.
it's been 4. And unfortunately never really getting a chance to utilize them. Arguably not taking the time to utilize them.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly on them where they need to find a little bit of a better opportunity. But regardless, now prime chance to just do that all in for round 12.
Play.
I remind me, Russell, one way for the Nightfall here too from Winthrop. So potentially getting a pick, it could be huge. Addy taken away. That's one ult down toward the force, putting with
Gotta
all
pop
that
the
pressure. Wait, Thunder no instead. He's choosing to play up close. There's so many people. He gets a pick right off bat. There's an Nightfall we were talking about. The Thunder now caught in the open. Nightfall straight up, both different sides. And we'll see 800 damage being thrown each other's way. The Snake Bite not going to catch anybody else by the end. But it's just enough to hold them. There's that pit we were talking about. They hold them on the outside. It's just Overwatch and chaos on the screen. But by the end, it's still a 1-for-1.
I mean, Thunder is so lucky that he's able to pop the pit and get out with his life. Nightfall for Nightfall, 1-for-1 trade. That's what happened. That's what stalled that out so perfectly. Really well placed for Drexel, I will add. And now they can walk away.
I mean, but they may not be able to walk away from this.
"30 seconds left.
Hollywood, a timing and an opening here. It could be everything to get in. A haunt to force them away, but Steel Guarded force them out. Well, luckily, that doesn't count
Wow.
as a primary weapon.
10
The
seconds.
perfect time. Spike is still not down. And with 5 seconds on the clock, they extend their stay.
And they got to pit down themselves on the offense. So Winthrop looking good. No more
Thunder.
utility for Thunder.
He's linked up with the Omen.
Last
Then
player
walking in
standing.
separately. Zefty goes in first, gets caught. The second scene, he wants to find the rest of where they are. But he gets greedy with it. Greg cleans up and no even half this time.
Switching sides.
Oh, man. 7-5. I think it really, realistically should have been that tied scoreline you were highlighting, but Winthrop, they inch into the lead right at the back end, off the back of Hollywood early and Case late. Case, I think, really doesn't get as much praise as he probably deserves for the amount of rounds that he put together, or rather finished off. There's late moments in those rounds, especially the post plant. He was crucial. And the map control, especially in A-Link. And it brings me to maybe a more general point about this best of 3. I think for Drexel, it is maybe a requirement, is the way I'd put it, for them to win on Lotus. You know, they're good on Vine, no question about it. But they have lost a lot more Vines over the course of this season.
Well, maybe the case so that they managed to get it. It's 1-for-1, and again, Hollywood starting it off strong. As with Addy equally trading both of them. In these weird buy rounds are just so monstrous, but Hollywood also has continued to surprise and amaze. Case. First up, has to find it. Maybe the rest of his team, Addy, clean slide. A bit hard to hit that moving shots. The Neon Palm continues to be fierce.
Oh.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Greg cleans it with a classic Echo went on top of that 2 and a 2v1 and saw him is low. A body shot could take him. Oh, they'll take it. It's 2 to clean up. Winthrop. Continue their streak.
It's a ridiculous couple of kills that Greg gets. I mean, he's literally going through the door, flanking into C, and it's at range too. That shouldn't. He could get 1, but it should never be 2. Not when 2 players are on his screen and fighting. I'm pretty sure one of them actually had better advantage too. The double swing there looked good, and unfortunately, it still didn't matter, even with a ghost. So Greg turns that around. They go in together, swing as a unit. Winthrop Academy are good for an 8th. And it's not going to be as aggressive for Drexel. We saw Winthrop going for the buy, fully investing round 2. Not this for Drexel.
Go, go, go.
Perhaps they're going to look to find something here, though.
I'm out of here.
There's a previous buy-in from Winthrop, and it's Hollywood again. The second, though. We knew.
Gotta go.
Just these one-shot body shots would be the ticket, and that's a ambitious TP.
Yeah.
They'll be able to get 1, but 1 is all they'll get from his side. At least some damage goes their way.
Yeah, I mean, it's an eco, so I don't really think there's much point in kind of bringing up more than that. But Zefty, hoping for a lot, gets a little. And a really important both buy round here for the Dragons and bonus for Winthrop. Because if they were to somehow win on a bonus such as this, ooh boy, I think Lotus is maybe done.
Yeah, that's not just yet though. I wouldn't say so. Right, they finally got guns in their hands, so things seem to be looking up. It's a 5v3. These Echoes just can't land any of the shots though. We'll take a right click gladly, and Greg on top of it. Hold on, wait a second. Greg might be doing silly things once again. He's done this before.
And he's going to reload off too.
He has 1 bullet. He's gonna need both to clean them both up.
I like this decision. I think this is a really nice one from Drexel. Just walk away. But Hollywood's already rotated in, and he's got both bullets.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh
I
my
am sorry
God!
I could not work out our difference.
Ridiculous from Hollywood.
Please do not mistake my smile.
I think that the decision to rotate out was the right one. Drexel didn't make a mistake there, but unfortunately they walked in to maybe the worst possible weapon for that situation. No chance to trade. It's instantaneous. Bang, bang, you're dead, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So frustrating. And what was it you were saying? Drexel might be out of the woods. They might be doing all right. No, they're knocked down. And unfortunately, down for the count as well.
Unlucky. Rico not looking much harder. And it's been off the bat of Hollywood's first picks, and he dies first off.
Hey, that's the C-site gain. They have the cutoff here. Rotation from B-Link is going to be a little bit slow. This is pretty good. Drexel are going to get the spike down, surely. They're taking their sweet time doing that.
I mean, here they're definitely not off for it, though. They've only taken a Hollywood.
Spike planted.
You know? And although it's a save win here is massive for not only the conference, but the economy here, too. And Winthrop decide better of it. They're 3-person strong, but instead not wanting to damage themselves any further. So save.
I think this is a wise decision from Winthrop. It takes, honestly, a lot to make this call. And I'm a big fan of Winthrop just being willing to say two things. First of all, we have the advantage. It's 10-5 right now. About to be 10-6, but still. Me when I troll my teammate. But then also, hey, we have some weapons. These are going to be useful next round. We don't need to hand these over to Drexel, force them to buy into the next as well, so that they don't get to save our guns and win the round. They just get to win the round. So I think there's a lot of value in just calling it off and saving. Gets them a really strong purchase here, including the op, including an Odin. They've got a Nightfall. Could do something interesting with that. It's poised towards Mound, as if they're going to try and play aggro to bait them in, and then go for that Nightfall.
Yeah, this... I mean, they push at the Haunt pretty early every time. And like you were talking about, there's a Nightfall as well. So, but instead it's used as an aggressive tool to push with Jace. Because a full rotation up early. It's Hollywood, they're looking to cover the site, but he could just be flooded with how many members are there. There you go, the jump shot to bait the peek. And Hollywood re-peeks. Which he can't find anything else off of it, but Case there to convert one back in a 4v3.
It's an impressive bit of work done there just to deny Hollywood anything. Unfortunately, Drexel's still a man down.
With the spec already being committed, they could possibly use the Omen ult to just posse fake them out and come out through spawn, but that op in their hands is so dangerous. That TP to bait, the shot goes wide and the Omen's not gonna hit. It's Thunder maintaining and a 4K to clutch the round.
Man, grab the op from the body of Hollywood and wield it to perfection. Thunder has been capable of so much, so consistently, remembering the pistol round from the first half. That was, you know, the biggest asset that Drexel had in that first half was those 3 rounds. And it's via Thunder. Does it again. 4 kills total. To turn the gun round. To put Winthrop one step away from being broke. It's going to be a B fight. An aggressive one at that.
Ooh, and that op continues to sing in their hands and is doing a real number on them, forcing Winthrop to get pretty aggressive. Taking peaks and fights and losing on every front. It's just free 1v1s in a game that we thought was heavily in their hands. Might need a bit of collecting.
Spike planted.
I mean, we sort of past that point, at least for the moment. Obviously with, you know, Case and a 1v4, dead. Now it doesn't matter. Thunder, great hold over towards A. Catches Hollywood swinging route. Dead on impact, and the collapse on B. The B aggression gets nothing. 0 kills from that other than Case's survival. And this is what I mean why that whole storyline of, you know, this being tied up, or rather this being sealed up by Winthrop is kind of put on pause, because now they're broke. Now they don't have much of anything. You are going to see what Hollywood can do with the Tour de Force. We'll use that as essentially a hero gun.
Hollywood's got to use his off to get theirs out of their hands. They can, but shot unfortunately goes wide. It's just a wall bang, if anything. And he's pushed back. So much damage way, and shotgun for shotgun. Lesser by wins. It's ridiculous.
I wouldn't have put money on that Bucky being the winner of that duel versus Judge.
Spike planted.
Dude, giving that oppo over to Thunder has been such a detriment for the entire team. Because Somna goes ahead and cleans up. And they take one by one. Bear in mind, it is a save, right? So, not expecting a ton, but still, through the smoke, he gets him. Solid position. Case does enough. He can't recover a gun. It's a 1v3 by the end, man. This got pick after pick, ruining Winthrop's day.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous how much Thunder has gotten out of that. Yeah, well, unfortunately. Well, no, I mean, they stick it around.
Yeah. They should.
They're chilling.
Yeah. And they have enough to buy. And they saved the off. And it's good.
Yeah, that's why they went back in. Make sure that up. Gets there in the end. And once again, familiar position here for Drexels. Now they're sitting on 5 banked ultimates. It's Winthrop, though, on the defense, who've been more proactive regardless of the defensive scenario. We saw that with Echo's Nightfall previously. And now they've got the weapons back once more.
I mean, we'll see if Jason actually make a difference, though, with the weapons in their hands. Also, be another course around. Whoa! That's a big pickoff that does some serious damage to him, but again, Addy being caught out, not the most ideal scenario. Still have the... Is that a wall bang? It's pure blindness. Thunder again, invest in the up, and it's just enough, and Thunder and Psalm, they do immense things to clean up. What are these picks from Thunder, dude? Where is this coming from?
It's a ridiculous swing. How is that even possible? Now Jace comes flying back in, but he's one step too late. 7 health. Wasn't a lot to begin with. Is going to fake the door, but the C-site plant is inbound. 7 health. It's just not enough, surely. Dragons don't want to use this Viper's Pit. Not for something that should be so easily won. Just stick together, guns out, play as a unit.
Yeah, and he's just has molecules worth of health, so a swift breeze would have taken him. And I think the op and us the timeout is the right call here.
I agree.
Yeah, like after losing this op, they've just been getting heavy-handed, super aggressive, and picked one by one.
Thunder has held every angle in those following 3 rounds perfectly, and they've just walked right into him. And then this one's with the rifle. Thunder swings. I didn't catch where the POV was, but I think it was a swing into A-Link, and there was 2 defenders there, and Thunder somehow gets them both. Despite them both looking at him, I don't know. It was ridiculous. Should not have been possible, but it is. But that's where we stand. And now Winthrop, I think their money's actually in a bad spot too.
Yeah, it's they're on a save here again, and I think they've clearly got to figure out how to get around this op, because other big thing here is that Drexel, they got 4 ultimates coming up, and you wouldn't think that Winthrop is on the defense with the way they've been playing these rounds. They've just been running at them head first like a raging bull seeing red.
I mean, you're right, but also they've been doing it intelligently. I don't think it's just like they're sprinting at them without a plan. It's been a plan all the time.
Everything is a plan, Vincent, if you think about it.
It's true, and if you do it together, it's even better.
Exactly. Then it's an activity, and if it works, then it's a strat.
This is an interesting decision to fight back. I can see where they're coming from, but they've miscalculated. There's more players behind them than in front of them, which is ridiculous to say.
Yeah, and through this, they managed to recover a weapon or just 1 by the end, with 2 now falling. They would actually choose to take the door, so fearing that somebody may be tree. Choose for the rotation. Case gets caught in that, though. Oh.
This is still very scary. Don't have any guarantees here. Wouldn't hate the pit being converted. Jace is on the flank.
Oh, and that was a crucial pick that Jace needed to get. Fortunately, being caught out first. Bear in mind, it's still a save, but for Drexel, every single round gets them just that bit closer from Winthrop.
Spike planted.
A round conversion means salvation and a singular light. but right now, they can't find much of this triple stack here. It's just so gross. With two up top.
Poison's off.
Makes me the game for the round at least, and Greg trying his best.
Dude, triple headshot with the Bucky.
He needs people to peek into him. Oh wait, oh yeah, not happening.
Listen, Drexel win the round, but I really need them to use their ultimates, man. I just need them to use their ults at some point.
Gotta be here. Yeah.
Like, and I understand that their mindset is like, it's an eco. We don't want to do that. You know, we don't want to waste these, but like at some point, I think like the pit, for example, would have been reasonable to invest that there. I mean, now the garden wouldn't have been crazy either, though that one's a little bit more absurd. But they got out of it. Now they have all these tools. They've got to use them to get themselves 12. Winthrop
Not ready yet.
looking to continue the pace of play that they have been putting together. Go 3 aggressive out towards A to take root.
And you see the pings too. They actually go ahead, put out the wall, they rush right into B, and it's an open sight. They're expecting the leans toward the extremities, so instead, they get a free sight to themselves. Echo getting a pick off, if anything, and there's that ping you were talking about. And I fall though should make that much harder. Getting 3 pings every single per. What?
Oh no, man.
Salamat, thanks.
The transfer is ridiculous from Jace. The things from the Nightfall, it's perfect.
Crushed it.
And this is what I mean
Celebrate.
about why
Go,
when
go,
you say
go.
that Winthrop are endlessly aggressive, and I say, but they're smart about it. This is what it is. You know, they are aggressive, but they don't let Drexel take time to set up their defense. There's no post plant because they don't have a moment to think about it or even have the spike down. As soon as the pit gets called in, the Nightfall is flying back through. And even though, I mean, we saw it from the Fade's POV, they didn't even have any bullets. But Jace was ready to roll instantaneously. Really great coordination from Winthrop to tie the scoreline up.
Insane work. And we're just gonna continue to see more of it.
Spike planted.
Winthrop a repre back, but Drexel are far from out. Picks like that are make it tough. A big paranoia. A tuck into the corner. Pick just one. Addy ready for that. A good trade. Keep them in the game. But he's left on the outside with a Bucky. With a judge, I should say. And that doesn't judge much though. Case getting active again. And without the off, they seems tough. And Winthrop, that timeout really brought them back.
It's another round where Drexel don't have a lot of time to set up a defense, and because of that, they can't coordinate usage of the Nightfall. They're still garden. Like this is consistently becoming a problem for Drexel, where they're not able to utilize their ultimates efficiently. And it's now Winthrop who hold the lead. Winthrop, who are just one step away from Lotus, their opponent's map pick, going in their direction. It's been a stupendous comeback for Drexel. Don't get me wrong. But now they're up against the wall again.
Cover.
Gotta be here though. Wants more Chrome. Early peek out. And one being taken so quickly. They want to force this OT. That's one way to do it. 3 ults still in their hands, but a pit also from Winthrops. They could pop it for the retake to see if he was positioned towards it. Greg and Echo hand in hand, but Chrome's still on sights. They've got a plan. They've got to do it now. The Zefty now found. It's either position of one. They got to double up. One all the way on the outside. It's the garden. No!
Oh.
Still a pop, but he dies from it.
I mean, still delays them slightly, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Thunder over the top with Zefty close.
And the off this time, this was the way they were able to just annihilate them previously. Saw one. They can't find it.
Remaining.
Up, take it away. Echo making noise to force him in the open. Time not on his side. And look at how they're delaying it. He knows he has to commit. And this is it. We're going to OT.
It felt as if it was just how it was all drawn up. The necessity for us to get overtime. The comeback story for Drexel. 6 rounds straight. Winthrop able to fight back and find 12 first, but they cannot succeed on Lotus yet. But money no object anymore. That, Winthrop, in my opinion, the most frustrating thing about their offense is that their economy just busted time after time, save after save. And well, with overtime, not a problem.
This is shaping up to be more of a game than I thought it would be, I'll be honest. I thought we had some back and forth, but I wasn't too sure how close it would get. OT definitely was not the cards for me, but I'm happy to be here, Vincent.
I mean, if it was meant to be anywhere, I think it was on Lotus. Considering the points I was making about Bind and the future of this best of 3. Still high impact for Drexel. They still need this map, in my opinion.
Went up this time, no attacking off though, but for Drexel, I would expect one to come out from them. Hollywood, early peek. Sees just one towards B, but you just keep their attention. That sheer's enough to actually dissuade the full A push, but you can see the stack from Drexel.
Ooh, nice. Nice dodge. The fact that they bait that, then pivot B.
Yeah, and it's just enough. Look at that. They're ready for the pop-in. Chase is on the outside, though, so he does a 2 for 2. And it's Addy with the off this time, but Hollywood quicker with the
30
flick.
seconds left.
And that might cost them.
One enemy remaining.
Have to take out the players up top, though, but it's Jason Case. Hand in hand, they clean up.
What a beautiful round from Jace.
Matching sides.
I mean, Jace has been consistently good, consistently strong. But that, again, punching a hole through the position, they can't get the spike down initially, all good. Drexel take a page out of Winthrop's book by playing proactive, and they get punished by Jace, who's ready and waiting. One step away. Winthrop, they had this chance before in regulation, but now got it again in OT. Take a peek towards route. Nobody's seen. In fact, the pressure mounting. Everybody here. 5 for the Dragons. Encroaching upon the A site.
This could be big. This could be everything. Winthrop have risen and fallen through rounds like these. In a 5v5 retake, we have not witnessed the cards just yet. They stopped the plans, but Hollywood stuck in the corner. Yes, some support not all coming in. It's 2. Taken away just as quickly. Drexel Dragons cannot do a
Defenders
thing.
win. For their sake,
Beautiful
it's over.
victory for Winthrop. They stuck through it, and
14-0.
despite what was a fantastic comeback there from Drexel, I gotta give them credit. 6 rounds straight in the middle of that defensive side. I thought they were in trouble. They were not, but clearly the staying power there of Winthrop coming back through a team that, I mean, I mentioned it before that they haven't actually lost a series here, but not only that, I mean, they have barely dropped any maps. Like this has been 4 maps total. That's both regular season and playoffs. They have lost, so not going to change here, even though Lotus was one of those maps that they weren't able to continue to win on. Well, they win here on this one. Big opportunities failed, unfortunately, for Drexel.
Yeah, and you can see it though, like Hollywood, right? We highlighted this guy's 6 first bloods.
Yeah.
In this game, he constantly popped out and got a couple. But on the other hand, Thunder, once he had the op in his hand, dude, they actually could not do a single thing. It was ridiculous the way he made that thing sing. But unfortunately, the op had to go sometime. Nonetheless, the recollection from Winthrop was just enough. But we'll see if that momentum can continue, or will Bind ultimately lead us to Haven. 3 more sites, potentially 2 more maps, and a couple more minutes coming at your direction. We'll be back right after this.
You'll still have common days. Get caught in traffic during your commute. Overthink a text message. Get a song stuck in your head. This is not one of those days. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Homies, welcome on back once again towards map 2 of the Force Trials. I'm Rav Shrev, joined here by the boy Vincent, as we head into another fantastic game between Winthrop and the Drexel Dragons. What's up, Vincent?
Dude, Winthrop, they got pushed right there. And I'm not that surprised, considering Lotus, it's a map that I mentioned that they didn't get a chance to play very much because it's just gotten put back into the pool. But I was thinking they had that thing locked up. They did not, even though they did finish it off in the end.
Yes, sir, indubitably. It was a very intense back and forth. Things were going quite haywire for a second. They had the lead, and they didn't, then they did again. We went to OT, and let's try to break it down and get more insight into Winthrop with some uncommon traits sponsored by the Army National Guard. Thank you very much for the Army National Guard for sponsoring the Force Trials. These uncommon traits are brought to you by them. Find your calling at nationalguard.com. See what these uncommon traits are for Winthrop here. They're untouchable. You got high expectations and an impressive map pool. They looked super touchable, that Robinson.
They did. And listen, they've had close games, and that was a close game, but they haven't dropped the series. And that's really the thinking when talking about them as untouchable. And that could still ring true. We'll have to see as we move on to their map pick of Bind. But the expectations are high considering, listen, this is the Winthrop Academy side. You and I both know what the Winthrop main roster is capable of. Like, you know, when that's the A team, you know, your B team, they got high expectations for you. And I think the fact that this has been a Lotus that they have already struggled on, they haven't had a lot of time to prep coming into the Nationals side of things. I think I'm still impressed with them and their map pool. They've done well to win on that Lotus, even if it was a little bit shaky. So now they move on to Bind. It's a little bit more of a, like, on paper middle ground, because I'll put it to you this way, right? This has been a go-to map for Drexel. They played it throughout their regular season, and then they played it throughout their playoff run. But they also lost it both regular season and in their playoff run a couple of times. It was good for them, but not great. Whereas for Winthrop Bind, it's been pretty darn great. They've lost only once, upper bracket final, and then to KSU Gold in week 5. Both of those losses were to KSU. So the fact that they have only struggled against one team here, it does mean that I'm still pretty confident in their Bind and what they can bring.
Yeah, and bear in mind that this was a pick that, you know, they went ahead and pushed forward, and they wanted as well too on the side of Winthrop, right? So they feel confident in their Bind, like you mentioned, and I'm not surprised why. So with that, we'll see if Bind does end up being this truly the haven that they need, or will end up going to the actual haven in the next map that we have in front of us, potentially. For Drexel, though, not necessarily an uphill battle, but one they're gonna have to take a couple of steps to eventually get up to. Now, consider how close it was previously, Bind, I imagine, will be the exact same pace, right? Aggression, tons of shots, Hollywood probably popping off. I want to continue with this chamber. I want to see this chamber here, Hollywood. If we're not playing chamber, I'm really disappointed. Chamber's really good on Bind. He's really good at holding space and sights and repositioning. I'll just wait to see the actual.
Listen. I agree with you. But I want to maybe zoom out just a little bit as well. I want to talk about the fact that Drexel really struggled to.
The color caster wants to zoom out. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Like, we just gotta. We're zoomed in. We gotta chill. Because Drexel struggled. They struggled big time with actually having a plan for their ultimates, with actually investing those at any point. It felt like, you know, they had maybe an idea or a thought, but then they would get hit, you know, and it's been, like you said, aggressive. Winthrop have been crazy fast. They have consistently been playing at a speed that is clearly uncomfortable for Drexel. And so what I'm hoping that Drexel are able to do is, like, you know, take hold of some win conditions, with regards to their ultimates and just use those on cooldown, because I think they had 2 Steel Gardens the entire map. Like they barely used it. They might have had 2 pits as well. Anyway, you got your wish, my friend. We can zoom back in. All right, we're back.
All right, let's and if we're talking about ultimates for Drexel, nothing can be more crucial than the ones you have on these maps. The ultimate can make or break the game, especially on a map like Bind. A good rocket can give you a pick and control back of the map. Seekers are a nice thing. The pit can shut out an entire site. The Tour de Force can dominate any retake. And of course, the Orbital Strike does wonders in post plants.
I think the upside for Drexel and these ultimates specifically is these are a lot more self-sufficient. Like, you have a lot more ability as an individual to define when the right time is, whereas everything else that we were talking about, you know, Nightfalls and Gardens and all these things, they really require setup, and you need follow-up for those to be effective. And that's true to a certain degree with these as well, but I think that Drexel, hopefully, with these decisions, will have a better opportunity to deal with those issues that we were just talking about.
That's a fantastic point, Vincent, and I don't disagree with you. Because ultimates can, like we were talking about, especially cycling those on Bind can definitely allow you to snowball this map even harder than it is possible. For now, though, Winthrop starting off on the defense, just prodding around, not seeing much stuff. As when Drexel themselves are taking shallow control into showers, waiting to see what they want necessarily commit. Spike is all on the other side, and A seems to be the take as Hollywood gets picked.
Enemy
Has to
down.
find 2 more. We're looking to get a consistent trade back, but by the end, Winthrop
30 seconds
could hold
left.
on the angles with them being all on site and allow themselves to push it to 2v2.
I feel like Winthrop didn't do themselves any favors with the speed of these rotations. Probably could have gotten there, but they were worried that there would have been that TP to go back through towards B. Huge info there for Case. I think he spotted both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter if you just get shot in the face. Easy shot for Addy Monster. Leaves Echo alone.
Echo not gonna be left alone for much longer, though. Spotted by the flash, and Addy having a big impact at this pistol, and Drexel, you know, last game too as well. The first 3 rounds going their way, able to start the snowball, and this is no different.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Remember Winthrop? They forced last time, like they forced bot, and I think that that might have been them, maybe just not respecting Drexel off the rip. And I'm glad to see that they haven't, elected to go do this for the second time. Put them behind. I think you feel the same way based on what you said last time.
Away.
I mean, that'd be nice though. It's a good start for Hollywood. Fortunately, with getting picked out this time, doing the picking this time.
Oh my gosh, Jace, this time
This
crazy.
push is crazy, dude. Oh my god, what a nasty shot! But Greg sidesteps it, easy peasy, and we'll get a gun back for his troubles.
That's been heard though. Zefty, that re-push is going to be pretty deadly. Hollywood can't do much. Oh my gosh, the spike was so close to getting caught. Still, the timing on this long flank could be spicy.
You're right, especially if he managed to get a gun back though. But it's just a sheriff by the end is waiting to plant here. C1, that's a good shot at a 1v1. Zefty still has to plant, and he's gonna full rotate over to B.
Yeah, this is reasonable. There's no reason not to. And obviously the question mark now starts in the mind of Echo. Is he faking? Is he going back? Now with the spike down, he's going to realize that, but time is no longer on his side.
Yeah.
Thankfully, with just the judge, I guess Zefty, if the range situation becomes a problem, you could be in for a world of hurt. But he's planted correctly. He's in U-Haul. There's not a lot of danger of that.
Yeah, and that was already the initial flash, so also you can't necessarily investigate where he is. Just a tap, but the time is not on his side. He's gonna have to commit to this. Should see him there. Close enough to Zeftik using the map to his advantage and clutches the round.
Well, he got a lot closer, probably, than the Drexel Dragons had anticipated. But they do win it out, down to the one-on-one. The damage, though, is significant. And this is going to be a not great bonus round, especially on the offense, if we're being honest. Yeah, I mean, you've got one rifle. It's 2 Buckies. Well, time to do one of these fast B hits at some point soon.
I mean, you can find one right away, so not a bad call there. But Winthrop, though, getting picked early on, this bodes well for Drexel. We mentioned previously that how last map they managed to snowball a couple of rounds, and this case may not be so different. Bear in mind, though, by an attack sided map so strong half is exactly what they need.
It's a good point. Strong start transitions into a potential better defense. You can get the momentum on your side.
Unlucky being caught in the timing, but now with that, it's just shower controls given up. The Hollywood will have to keep his attention there to watch for the rest of them. Under barely seen, he has 5 health, so if those headshots actually land in the open, he takes the pick for free, and he managed to get in onto B, but can't get the control of Vuka. We'll push them.
This is a bad read for Drexel. 3 players here. Jace close. Like, this is a great crossfire as well.
Oh, the timing is unlucky. Saw barely faced away. They walk right into. They know they had to commit. But 2 being lost, and hey, a save nonetheless. You know, it was their ante, and now full buys from both sides. And look at that immediate investment into that op.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Thunder actually wielding the op. There wasn't an obvious choice. He was on the Viper last map. But with Addy Monster now, you know, sitting on the chamber, that makes a lot more sense. But I think the point for Drexel is they just like had such a bad read of that scenario. They walked into a 3-man setup on B.
I mean, that might make it a bit tougher though. Looks like they got picked up early. Seen. Lose the control, but still.
What a nice spray. That spray does half damage basically to 3 players, or rather 2 players.
Yeah, cracks them, and the Seeker's push, that was a collapse. Hollywood, god damn. I mean, he needs to say that up. He knows he does. He's running. He might find one more though. Yeah, he does. That's still 3. They're still gonna. They're still gonna chase it. 100%. They have to.
You say that.
They should.
I mean, they definitely should. Argument on the other side of this is, hey, we've got money to build up on our side as well. Well, Addy Monster will give them the opportunity. Don't even need to go hunting too difficult or too deeply.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When he's walked into it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I was gonna say actually there were about like 40 seconds left, so he could. So with one more pick, Addy could have actually probably got the plant down and maybe even clustered around, but you know, good on Winthrop, holding strong, 2-2.
Teleport's ready.
Drexel, tragically, remember when they were in a 1v1 for their lives in round 2?
You want to
yeah,
play?
that's
Let's play.
part of the reason that their money is in such a bad spot. A tour de force going to be pumped. Looking towards the A site.
Trap destroyed.
Yeah, I'll just actually find a 2-piece by the end, trading in a save. So the trade they'll take heavily and easily. It makes it a bit more tumultuous. Thunder not want to over to commit. Spike still in their hands. This round not out of it yet. Ooh, that makes it a bit tougher though. That's another ult. Sees the shoulder. Do you want this smoke, brother? I don't know if you do.
It's really smart from Greg, but gun out, dude, gun out. What are we doing?
Oh my god, oh my, that was almost so bad.
The push was smart, not the gun out, or rather the lack thereof. Greg's still worried about this tour de force being on the other side, and he should be, because Addy Monster's right there. Echo, 1v2. Last seen in heaven.
30 seconds left.
This is huge from the same.
Enemy remaining.
And he's picking the gun out. This is a time to do it. Flash doesn't land, but knows that Thunder has to commit. Here's him around the corner. 10 bullets left.
Spike planted.
And he commits though. And oh my god! Immediately pre-fires the angle. Echo. Nasty this time.
That's real nice stuff from Echo. A 1v2. And remember, Drexel, they barely invested into this. They didn't have much of anything. They had the tour de force, and that was the biggest impact. So the fact that, you know, they pushed Winthrop to their limits, it's a big deal. And it's something that now Winthrop
We're not done yet.
have to deal with the consequences of. Drexel, impressive, to say the least, but turnaround, drag, nearly, not quite tossing that one away, but, you know, some miscalculations, we'll just say.
Yeah,
Hopefully Echo able to pick up the 1v2.
Close rounds will be expected from this game. And one that I welcome easily to make this series that much more fun to watch. Oh, dog spots too.
Yeah. It's really nice. A beautiful protocol.
Yeah. So Jay should know that he's right there. The Greg cleans up the both of them. And living with the sliver monster so deep in the sight, but not expecting Case to sleep either. It managed to clear everything. What the hell was that?
I mean, Drexel thought that they had sussed things out, that they'd figured out what was going on, that they had Winthrop in a bad spot. The problem is that Winthrop were 2-3 steps even ahead. They had all the bases covered. Addy Monster's positioning, it was not the massive win condition that they thought it was. He was allowed to get that deep just in order to take him down. Beautiful protocols for Drexel. The anti-shower push, that was actually really nice to watch, but unfortunately, it doesn't really matter when Winthrop are ready.
And Oppie also, big shout out to our observer, Reach That, for catching every single one of those kills. Really impressive.
True.
Immortal gamer, by the way. Just want to remind you all. Stop that. Oh! As I say that. Unlucky. Oh, I thought that was a collapse. I thought that was it, dude.
Me too.
He's just Thunder. Oh, man. Flash is still. Oh, he gets away to the corner, somehow escapes it. Flash for Flash, not gonna find him. They're just taking these silly duels.
One enemy remaining.
Still gets it.
Spike down. B.
Not gonna have time to reach chamber, but it's fine. They'll recover just as easily.
Yeah, but Orb Gaming means that he's gonna have the cabbages ready to roll. So 2 rounds for Drexel at the start, answered 5 straight for Winthrop. This defense is rocking. You talked about, you know, on the offense, need to see something good from Drexel. And right now, this ain't it. Honestly, I feel like they're already behind the 8 ball, truth be told.
Maybe so, my friend. Maybe. But I wouldn't have given just yet. I was promised a good game, and a good game I will see. That's come on, man. How do you just get spammed? Then the rocket doesn't hit. Oh, it's so unlucky. He's down to a sliver. He's just stuck in the corner. He's up top and fighting behind the box. Case dies, but he still takes one going out with him. The stinger hits on the other end from elbow. It's just Thunder left. This was their bye. He has a
though?
spike.
Got the spike.
I mean, there's a world. Greg doesn't have a lot of health, and
It could be this world.
could be. We'll have to see. Orbital strike available. Just use the Seekers. Thunder doesn't have those. But the biggest asset is, of course, this spike in their control. Path available. Back over towards A as both of these defenders reroute to look and clear out long. Unfortunately for Thunder.
30 seconds left.
I don't want to say overthinking this. Reasonably thinking this through. But 25 seconds ain't a lot of time to be clearing out Hookah. Now he's committed.
Blinded.
Enemy remaining.
Oh. I thought the guiding light caught them both.
I was gonna say, I thought that was it. Yeah, I think Jason may have actually played anti and just turned away from it, just be able to have enough time to peek back. But yeah, that was wow.
I'm out of here.
I feel like Gordon Ramsay in Kitchen Nightmares, like.
You call that food?
You call this food?
Am
Am I supposed to eat this? Disgusting! Get this out of my sight.
Launching
Top
smoke.
quality content.
Thank you. It's undercooked. It's raw. I'm done. Sorry. 5 volts on the board, though. Winthrop. May not need them, but for Drexel, a save afoot. And around, they need to. No way, no.
Not again.
Dude, he's done
Twice in
it
a row.
twice. I know, he's done it twice. You guys just gotta stop taking that orb, man.
Yeah, that orb's not safe for consumption. Can't be doing that. What? From where?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't understand how that happened. I didn't see Crow's POV, but
Spike planted.
Orbital strike. Oh, it's gonna catch the planner. No
Still
escape.
gets it. Oh, TP eventually gets out, though. Almost finds a second Greg. I could be so lucky, and now it's on Hollywood.
Oh, but orbital strike on the other side. Drexel have options.
They've got to know this is happening, though. What's him getting out? He's waiting and waiting for it. And there it is. Baits it out. But it's just time on his side. Whiffs the first. He has 1 bullet. And Shorty, he's chasing after him. And he still has more than enough time. Chrome, brother, you got to play longer than that, man. You got to try to fight him.
Yeah, I really think that he's just playing too safe. You know, there is such a thing as playing a bit too scared. Maybe that's more accurate of a descriptor, because at the end of the day, essentially just playing to bait out the fight, never committing to it because time is of the essence. And you can understand that thought process, but it is a losing one at the end of the day as Hollywood clutches up, baits out the orbital strike, and gets the kill in the end. I will give credit where it's due to Chrome. Those 2 shots is what gets them access to the site, and he holds the orbital strike as long as he possibly could have.
Tried his best, and even after the 2 fakes, you know, you have to do something. Oh! Out of the potential collapse of 1 in his pocket. Echo holding up aggressive, sees the hat of the Rays, expecting more, and knows Rays is still around the corner. I'd like to find it and seize it. Well, the bird does.
Echo has
God.
befuddled them. They have no idea. Echo's
Bamboozled.
reposition is ridiculous so many times. 3 times over. They think it's clear. Echo has repositioned perfectly, and Hollywood puts down the second kill of the round on the op to make it a flawless. Winthrop are running away with this damn thing.
They've been duped, crisscrossed, and bamboozled, Vincent. They never saw it coming, and they never will. Thank you. That
8 straight rounds, dude.
Really? Not even a golf clap? Not even. Okay, that's fine. Thanks, bro.
I can give you a golf clap.
Hey, thanks, bro. Thank you. That's just that'll really help my little ego. A force up though from Drexel to try to stop the snowball. They only got 2 more rounds left. They know they gotta do something. So, An option taken, off, in. Ooh, the TP just barely, but it's not far enough though. The op is gone, but the rest of the team is dying on sight.
Dude, the rotations are so utterly ridiculously fast. There was 2 players here a second ago.
Yeah, and they call for the rotation immediately, mind you. Case is flanking, Case is flanking. They don't see him, they don't see him.
One enemy remaining.
Greg takes him out before
Spike
Case
down
can,
A.
man. Just Zefty left. You know, yeah, he just knows.
I'm out of here.
And I know he knows.
I love how Jace is just like, I'm going for this
Last
kill,
round
you got
in
the
the
boom
half.
button. Please, pretty please. Case is like, yeah, I got you, don't worry. No biggie. Yeah, this is what I would call a devastating first half for Drexel. This can't be... I mean, 3s is the best they've got on their attack side. I'm gonna say it again. That ain't enough.
I was really hoping
I've got your
they
trail.
would stay. But aggressive stance taken to try to find a couple, and they don't want to be a 10-2 half, and they're doing enough to ensure that. Hollywood, ooh, just barely catches that jump peak.
And that TP, of course, been heard. They're going to look for the Case. They're looking to clear him out. This. Okay.
Oh,
It's gonna work nicely.
good flash, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say this is a little bit dangerous because we've seen what Case is capable of.
Oh,
Hollywood 1v3.
I can't find the flick. And a classic will be his undoing. A 9-3 half for Drexel and a much needed slowdown. And they need this pistol bad, Vincent.
Yeah, they do. They need it as bad as it gets. I don't know that there's much of a chance if Drexel can't pick this up. It's been problem after problem. Crack's been insane. Hollywood on the clutch. Echo in the clutch. Multiple multi-kills for Jace. And Drexel, it's not even as if they have a particularly defensive comp either.
It's a cool start, but I like you're saying, I think if you're on buying right, it's like you can play the comp like this however you want it to. Addy, fortunately can't find his. Pushing out the molly to keep himself safe, and Chrome does a good job of holding them off, and
Spike down
alongside
A.
some 2 crucial picks to start off the round.
I don't love that Winthrop are forcing a plant there without taking U-Haul at all.
Yeah, it's unlucky. He's dead.
Nah, he's chill.
Never mind.
What are these, like, first paint shells? Like,
He's
we're
dead.
chilling.
Spike down
Alright,
B.
he's dead.
Waiting for anybody to come recover the spike, but no one's seeing Winthrop. Seems like the pistols may not be in the cards. Like you were saying, that forcing to just ram their head into the site, not working out as well as they hoped, and with Spike right in front and you all.
30 seconds
in
left.
hookah,
Okay,
this is
I was about to say, they're all low, but thankfully they have the heal.
yeah, this is what? This is 2? Hold on. Wait, they may have overcooked.
One enemy remaining.
That's 1 more there. This is dead. It's a
18
2v4.
seconds.
This is rough. They're rushing all the way to A. No way they make it. No way. No way. They have no time.
10 seconds left.
They're faking.
What?
They're faking.
One enemy
No way. Why
remaining.
did they shoot?
Spike
Why did you
down
shoot? You
B.
should have let him go. Yes, they'll commit to the plant.
Do you even have time?
Spike
Just
planted.
barely.
Just barely a second.
1 HP.
Case is so low. Spent down. No way. A head tap for Case to clean up in a 2v4.
My face when the 4-on-2 advantage ain't enough, when it's not good enough, when it's too much for Drexel. ridiculous. And you said they overcooked. I just want to say they didn't overcook. They didn't. That was reasonable. The only thing that was overcooked about that was the TP. Didn't necessarily need to go for that TP, but they had 3 players in hookah. A crossfire in hookah. The swings could have been better, but the setup was good. It just wasn't good enough because Winthrop broke it apart.
Destroyed.
Thunder has no idea what he's walking into, man.
Oh. They forced us to try to get something, and I don't blame them, honestly.
Reasonable. When you're down like this, you've got to take risks, and this is going to do well. Echo has 1 health. Surely he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Blinded.
Echo gets away with it.
Go, go, go.
But both defenders are in hookah.
Yeah, still spot 1, though.
Take this.
They use Stim and Shock Bolts to hold him out. Inside hookah while they get the plant down, though. 2 aware
Spike planted.
and 2 moving in. 3 on site will be 1 full flanker now coming from spawn.
It's just so much trying to come out of hookah here, and yeah, the flank from T does feel like it's a requirement, but got vision on it.
Not ready yet.
That flank though does enough. Very low as it is, but actually spots them Chrome. 2 beautiful shots to that stair. Cleans up the rest of them are actually on site. It's a double peek though. With Guarded. And a sight in their favor. 11-3. Drexel are gonna keep having these force buys over and over now.
Yeah, I mean it's force buy till you win or force buy till it's
Does
over.
anyone have
Yep.
funds?
That's the strategy, and it's not even a criticism. That's the need. That's the requirement. But I guess on the upside, each round, arguably your force buy might be a little bit better.
I
I
mean,
don't have a lot of faith in it though.
no. It's tough, man. Because they're trying to just pick up whatever scraps they can find as of right now, but this makes it just that much tougher. Oh, and it's gone.
Dang.
That doesn't bode well.
Not the highlight that they were hoping to see. Thunder falling back off of long.
Satchel out.
Safety. Surely dead here. Yeah, dead.
Oh.
Thunder at least gonna get the refrag. There's something to be
Good
happy
trade.
about.
It's a trade by the end, but Chrome peeking out, hoping to catch them.
enemy
Moving to his TP. Can't close it. And Jace now in. With A being covered. It's just 1. Thunder knows he has to do something. He might as well fight. Won't even get the chance to see the site. 12-3.
Match point.
I mean, I said it before. Lotus needed to be Drexel's. And when it wasn't, I was concerned. My concerns, they become reality.
Gotta go.
12-3. It is a absurd advantage. 9 chances to close this out. 9 chances to get the opening victory here at Nationals in Division 2 for Winthrop Academy.
Grenade.
The nade though. It's gotta be here. Gotta get something done. Addy again, the first outs. With them looking to flood into the site, those second picks should be taken. Chrome, a good shot. Lamp's not in their control either. And last time this happened, there's a standoff between the both of them. Able to strike to clear it and get some site control
One
back.
enemy remaining.
And they're gonna push against them heavy-handed. One more pick, one more. Thunder in a 1v3.
Spike planted.
Surely not.
No,
Thunder?
not just yet. He has 8 health, Mitch. It might be fine to the headshot, though. They're gonna be fine. Not gonna be sane. But it's one
win.
well-placed bullets to close it out. Winthrop, stay dominant and come out on top once again.
Yeah. not dropping a series. We talked about it. Well, that's not going to start here. As Winthrop, they got pushed deep over on Lotus, but there was no question about Bind. It was just unstoppable. They were aggressive. It felt like every clutch was theirs, and there was occasionally maybe a mistake, but it didn't feel like that mattered. Yeah. In total, I mean, the fact that Drexel had the first half go well, and they still get 3 rounds total, yikes.
Yeah, it's rough, right? When you assume that things just might end up going your way, but tragically, just could not close it out, right? And you just saw the snowball effect taking place round after round, although the rounds were close, but insane performances. And this time it was Greg, double after double, 4 first kills. And from here, it's a story of the game, where you said Bind is their map and their playground, and they ran that. And they held it.
Yeah, I want to hammer home that the storyline for Winthrop this whole semester has been win win win. They haven't been bested. The whole haven't dropped a series situation notwithstanding, they dropped like 4 maps total. And the fact that they're here in nationals means that they're here to win, and it's clear that Drexel did not quite know how to have an answer to that. Some individuals struggling there, especially on Bind, but on Lotus, the storyline was that Drexel weren't really able to take advantage of of their late half comeback in the second half. So I'm pretty impressed with what Drexel were able to do on map 1, but map 2 showed Winthrop and what their both skill and just general ability was, and it was pretty beautiful to watch.
It was indeed. Remember, folks, if you want more action to stay locked on the NECC for the 4th trials, we've got Marvel Rivals tomorrow, CS2 and Rocket League, the Aurora series on Wednesday, and a League Thursday and Overwatch Friday. Well, thank you all once again for joining us. Thank you, Vincent, as well, for being here, brother. Thank you, of course, to our observer and our producer, Adam and Reach That. And thank you all for watching once again. I've been Ravish and Ravish. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Forge Trials is presented by the Army National Guard. Forge Trials is presented